know what we're calling that, so city attorney.
Cherry Street, water main.
Okay. Replacement materials.
Water materials only, yeah.
Yes,
Remember my conversation with Eddie, and they'll drive over here, hold on a second,
Yeah.
bear with me. So, this is not contractor related, you got the Cherry Street project going on. Obviously, a lot of stuff is exposed in the right of way. We have, the city has, cast iron water mains, so some rust spots, I think there's some leaks happening. So, one, as to not interrupt services of water to the citizens, that would be sort of the emergency, which is allowed under procurement policy, because it's over $10,000. I did talk, they did receive 3 bids, or 3 quotes. The city will perform this project.
Quotes are for materials only.
Materials only, we'll do it, and so in addition to not losing services, it's kind of good timing because the right-of-ways are torn up, all that's going on out there, so we can upgrade or replace the cast iron with the modern, PVC, and it's 860 feet. I think Bill said it was from Jan to Comet is where it's starting.
8-inch pipes, 6-inch?
It's a little bit bigger. I mean, Bill 10 inch, yeah, it's a little bit bigger. So if you guys want to take notes, we got a proposal from Empire. And again, it's materials only. Empire is $64,849. Ferguson would supply the materials for $66,291.60. And then Core and Main, we're doing, again, it's all 860 feet of pipe and materials. Core and Main would be $67,707.82. So it was refreshing to see that they're all pretty close together, obviously. So, I mean, Empire's, traditionally we would have done an invitation to bid for materials only, sent it out for 2 weeks, come back and gotten it approved. So, I mean, again, we're just buying materials. It wasn't a construction project, so we would have traditionally done an ITB and come back. But because, and on top of that, if the city can get this material in and done in 2 weeks, it will not cause any disruption to the Cherry Street project that's going on by American Sand. So I think what city manager didn't want to do is have the city cause any sort of a delay.
yes.
And that way we would have to extend their contract completion date. Whereas if we get this stuff done in the next couple of weeks, then they're still on. They can't blame us for
That's right.
any sort of a delay.
Do the prices stay the same whether we do an emergency order or wait
Yeah.
and do a ITV?
Well, I would imagine if we did an ITB, we'd have to put it out there for like 2 weeks. I would imagine the prices will be the same, and you'll be back here in 2 weeks making this decision, and then the city would have to get the materials in, and then go and install it. So now we're at 4 weeks before it's done.
Yes.
And so we might lose 2 weeks of, we might have to tell American Sand,
Hold up the project.
stop construction for 2 weeks. And so I think that was an equal part of the concern as of, also we don't want to have rusted cast iron pipe that's out there exposed. We could put it with PVC.
So are the materials readily available, no delays?
Yeah, they got back immediately. I mean, they've all 3 of these
Okay.
have it, and my understanding is that they have it, they can get it to us, and the city can go out there and start replacing it. And again, it's all sort of exposed right now. It's all being worked on with the Cherry Street work, so it sort of makes it easier.
How deep are we going with that?
How deep is our water main out there? So,
Around here, it's 30 inches, 36.
But
all
all
very deep.
860 feet?
I'm sorry?
For 860 feet?
How far are we going, or how deep are we going?
Well, I was gonna ask how deep, but
30 inches, you said?
30 inches.
Yeah, we asked for 860 feet of pipe, and then obviously all the other ancillary materials that are in there, but 860 feet of pipe.
We're not gonna have to rent equipment in order to do this ourselves?
We're hoping our 60 will take care of it.
That's one of the reasons I was asking how deep. So if you're deep with 30 inches, you're probably all right.
Yeah.
But we don't know that, right?
Yeah, we know that.
We
The
don't.
60 will
For
handle
sure
it,
you're
for
gonna
sure.
go down to 30 feet?
30 inches.
30 inches, I mean.
Yeah, this thing will reach 12 feet in the ground, right below it, you know. It's one scoop at a time.
Let me ask, how do we know that this pipe ends there? How do we know it doesn't go down the entire length of Cherry Street? We don't know, right?
No, the Water Division has been working on this to stay ahead of American Sand diligently.
So, I mean, if you have that now, you're gonna have it, I doubt that you just put that one section, right? So we have to assume that the entire street of Cherry Street will have that same issue.
Not necessarily.
I mean, yeah, they could have replaced sections years ago, I mean, if they had breaks and stuff, yeah. But I agree, they should go out there and sort of spot check and get ahead of it so we can,
You know, we
need more pipe.
we spent 3 years planning for this, and all of a sudden now, here we go, again, you know, at last minute. Surely, you know, again, I keep on saying if we would have done this right to start off with, and surveyed it, and done it right, we wouldn't have these issues. And two is I don't quite understand why this wasn't sent to commission to start off with. You know, surely that didn't happen today, you know. We should have.
I got the call today, and I talked to city manager.
I didn't get a call.
He was on the road.
Yeah, I know.
I drive over here, I got
City
the call.
attorney, this didn't happen today, you know. Our city manager should have known before today that we had an issue, and none of us were informed. So here we are this evening, trying to make a decision on this, and none of us were informed, other than you. And he works for us, along with you.
I was informed before, and I can't remember why I told him I'd bring it to you.
I did know a week ago, but it's still
Yeah,
fairly
I'm
recent.
glad you knew, because he doesn't talk to me, you know. Yeah,
Just to let you know.
I guess he tells you stuff that he doesn't tell the rest of his commissioners. But I have an issue with it for the simple fact, obviously we have to move forward with it, but we don't even know how much of a problem this is. If you have that in small section, it didn't end here. You know, we had that same issue when I was on the beach. You know, they just have one little section. And we need to look at the big picture, and there's got to be a way that we know that pipe is going the entire length of Cherry Street. And all we do is we do everything last minute. So I just have an issue. Now, obviously, we have to go forward. We won't delay the project. We've already delayed it for 8 or 9 years now. Yeah. But I have two issues. One is that our employee is not informing his bosses, and two is that how do we know we don't have a bigger problem? And we're not piecemeal.
A little bit. He did not know that pipe was the way it was until about a week or so ago, and we discussed it.
Cast iron.
So I mean, it's something that,
A week or so ago, we should have been informed. If you knew a week or so ago, the rest of us didn't.
I think he was trying to decide what he needs to do, and today, I guess he came up with a decision. So,
Okay, well, does anybody else up here have anything to say?
No.
Did anybody in the audience want to comment on pipe? Ms. Langston? Did the little girl want to say something? She raised her hand, so I want to give all our citizens the same opportunity. You'll have to hold her up to the microphone.
Teresa Langston, 6031 Lincoln Street. I mean, you pretty much start taking the thoughts that I'm thinking of. When is the commission going to put a stop to this? If the city manager knew a week ago, why wasn't it put in the agenda for the citizens to see the extra money that is being asked for? Why is it, last minute when, people don't get a chance to see what is going on, and then you guys get to vote on it? Apparently, it's not that much of an emergency if he knew a week ago. But this is continuously, project after project, of waiting till the last minute, not putting it on the agenda for the citizens to see, not, apparently from everybody's reaction, you guys must have known about it, and The only person surprised is Commissioner Pelletier, seems to be.
I didn't know about it.
But I find it ridiculous that one commissioner admitted that he knew about it, but then nobody else knew about it, and now all of a sudden it's an emergency, we've got to approve it last minute, you know. When are y'all gonna put a stop to this? How many times have it's been asked to stop doing this last minute, to come before the commission ahead of time, and then of course it would have been in the agenda for the citizens to see. Y'all don't mind spending citizen money. People over here talk about raising, who cares, raise taxes, let's just do it. That's not fair to the citizens.
Anybody else?
Just make one thing clear, we haven't raised taxes.
No, we lowered the tax rate,
Yes,
in
ma'am.
fact.
Yes, but the answer is for the taxpayers to pay for it, that's my point. Spend money and who cares, and let's just have the taxpayers.
I can't have you talking from out there,
Of course
please.
not.
Did anybody else want to speak?
We sat up there for 15 minutes, but
Nobody else? Okay, gentlemen, what's your pleasure?
Motion to approve the, sorry, wrong one. Motion to approve the Cherry Street materials only, water main replacement.
Is that Empire?
From
With
Empire?
Empire.
Empire, the low bid, Empire, 64,849.20. 64,849.20, that's the.
Yes, with Empire for the 64,000 plus.
849.20. Make sure we get that in there.
64,849.20, yeah.
Oh, 20 cents, I didn't
Yeah.
put the 20 cents.
Second.
Okay, we've got a motion and a second. Is there any more discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
No,
Okay, we will go on to